Well, hey everybody, welcome back to Money Conversations with KJ and
Faith.
So guys, we're going to answer the questions for question of the week, right? Starting on Monday the 6th, right?
Yes.
And the first question of the week was, which one is you? I trade time for money or I trade value for money? Wow. So I was kind of trying to trick you guys up here for just a minute, So let's clarify what that means, right? When you trade time for money, that means you have a job, a job. You clock in, you clock out. You are trading time for money. When you trade value for money means you're trading some sort of a service, right? You're agreeing on, I'm going to do X, Y, Z for a dollar amount, right? And the more value that you trade out in the world, the more money you're going to make. Now, you could trade time for money, and at your job, right, your value could be higher than the next guy's value, and that's why you would make more money. But at the end of the day, you're still trading time for money. Now, understand that trading value for money will outperform. You'll make way more money trading value for money than you will time for money. So as you're out there doing your thing, and some of you are like, man, I need to make some more money. Listen, everybody, I know all of you guys have some sort of a skill set out there that you have to offer to the world. So find whatever that skill set value is and go out there again when we talked about doing side hustles and just trade value for money, and you're going to make a lot more money. Okay, so that's what that question was all about. All right, so we're going to go to the next days. If you like what you're hearing, please do me a favor, smash that like button, subscribe, and hit the notification button, right? So you remember, we're going to release these every Saturday. You can come out and listen to the answers, okay? All right, Faith, what do we got for Tuesday?
Tuesday's question: how many states do not require a high school personal finance course to be offered? So the answer is 26, which is a little over half of the whole country. So basically, what schools do is they don't even require this type of class, right? And then they just want you to go out there and just figure it out. So if you're here watching this video, this is you, being proactive and trying to figure it out. This is why we're here. We're here to solve this problem. Hopefully, maybe later in a couple of years, more schools will start to require this and not have people just kind of be thrown out into the real world trying to figure out how money works, because trying to just figure it out is as you go. A lot of people, as you can see, they're not really figuring it out very well. You definitely need to know the rules of the money game in order to, win the money game.
Yeah, absolutely right, Faith. Okay, let's move on to Wednesday. And Wednesday's question of the day was, what is the one thing your parents taught you about money? Wow. I ask this question all the time when I have on all my podcasts. You're going to hear it. Me ask the guests out there. Whenever somebody starts talking to me about money, I'm always going to ask this question. And so, just so you understand, through the hundreds and hundreds of people that I've asked this question to, it's 98% the same answer. My mom and dad never taught me anything about money. Sometimes I'll hear mom or dad will say, hey, save your money. And then that's the extent of it, right? Or maybe make sure you stay out of debt, pay your bills. So these are very, very basic things in financial literacy, like super basic. This is almost common sense type stuff, And so I asked that question because so many of us were in the same boat. My parents didn't teach me about money, right? Faith's lucky I taught her about money, right? Because I learned it later on. And hopefully that's why you're here. You're following us. You're like, Mom and Dad didn't teach me. I got to be proactive. So again, listen, awesome. Thankful for you guys following us and paying attention to these question of the days and then watching these videos. So that was that question. Let's see. The next question was, are you financially secure? Wow. Okay. First, let's clarify, what does being financially secure mean? Now, a lot of you, maybe you've heard of Dave Ramsey. He's pretty famous. Maybe a Susie Orman. She's famous out there talking about money. And they talk a lot about an emergency fund. And I want you to understand there's a big difference between having an emergency fund and being financially secure. An emergency fund is exactly that, emergency. Typically, Dave Ramsey's going to tell you, hey, have at least $1,000 put aside somewhere. So emergency, right? An emergency could be medical. It could be, hey, my automobile just broke down. I've got to fix this thing and it's $800. Well, you're not going to be freaking out because you have an emergency fund, right? And that's great, and you definitely should have an emergency fund. When I talk about being financially secure, this is when people are talking about you need to have between 3 to 6 months of your bills every month put aside. And typically 6 months is better, right? If you can have 6 months of your bill money put aside in a separate account, and we'll talk about later the type of account that you should put it in. One, it should be accessible within 5 days. Because you're going to want to find an account that's going to earn you the most interest back, right? Which is not your standard savings account at the bank on the corner. But I'm not saying it's easy to get financially secure. It takes some people years to get there, and that's okay, but you need to start, right? You've heard me say this before. Even if you're saving $10 a week, build it up to 20, build it up to 50, build it up to 100, 200 a week, right? Start to make more money and get yourself in that position. When things happen in life, like last year, COVID, and it's still going on, and a lot of people couldn't go to work, guess what? You're going to say, wow, that's terrible, but I'm going to be okay because I'm financially secure and I can pay my bills. And you have some time there now, 6 months, to figure out if you are not going to go back to your job or what you're going to do. You have time to figure things out, because when you're not financially secure and you're working paycheck to paycheck, that's a rough time now, right? So get yourself financially secure as soon as possible, and then from there, you're going to start working on being financially independent, right? We got to take these things one step at a time, and being financially secure is the first thing that you need to strive for. All right, Faith, we got the last day of the week on Friday, and it's Christmas season, so what's the question?
The Christmas-themed question is, what do people traditionally put on top of a Christmas tree?
Great question.
Well, traditionally, either a star or an angel, but it depends on your family and your tradition. Some people put nothing. Some people put, I don't know, I guess whatever your family's tradition is. But we hope that you guys enjoy all of our questions of the day and hopefully our Friday holiday ones. So I hope that all of you guys have had a joyful and safe holiday season. And also, don't forget to continue to follow our Question of the Day series on Facebook and Instagram every day, Monday through Friday. And every Saturday, stay tuned on our YouTube where we come and answer all of them. But not just on Saturdays for our YouTube. We post all throughout the week on YouTube as well. TikTok, we are getting a hang of recently as well, all at Money Conversations. And our website, do not forget to visit our website, moneyconversationswithkj.com. Well, that's all we have for you.
You guys, don't forget, smash that like button, hit the subscribe button, and the notification bell. All right? We'll see you guys next week.